I take great delight in introducing our impressive Mr. Tijay Gupta, co-founder and CEO of Bachpan and AHPS group of Skoolz. Sir, we are very delighted to have you here. Happy to, have you on our school space. This is our Leader Speak series where we are connecting parents to the schools and school leadership so that they can get an insight about the school for their beloved child. Welcome, sir.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Love to be on the Skoolz platform. And I think you're doing wonderful as a platform. You're connecting parents, you're connecting educators. So look, Swapnaji, on a very simple note, like kids are small, very difficult for parent to decide anything for them. And the portals like you or some other are doing a wonderful job. Why? Because parents are not getting that kind of guidance, especially being preschools are closed since past 2 years.
Yes,
So I think it's our duty and it's our what we can say responsibility to bring parent closer to the fact which is there. So I'll be very honest with and blunt with the interview. Whatever would be there, that would be there.
Please be, sir. That's what is much appreciated here on this platform. Sir, there are, as you rightfully said, pandemic, preschools are struggling. So what are the important decisions that you in the leadership position in Bachpan you have taken in the last year?
Look, ma'am, when pandemic started in 2019, first 3 months, 4 months was quite difficult. I'll be very honest, we were even not aware how it is going to behave. It might took 6 months, 7 months. That was a quite optimistic kind of thing which was in our mind. Pandemic might end in 4 months, 5 months, and things will come back to normal. But from the company perspective, from the very 7th or 8th day, 23rd March, Modi ji has announced the lockdown. With 1st April, we bought our student app. Initially, 3-4 months, it was very difficult to bring kids to the app, parents to that platform. But yes, with the time, it became quite obvious and parent gone to understand that how the market is gonna behave. So first thing is that we bought technology at a very early stage. That was a leadership decision which was taken unanimously. Second problem was that when you have a technology, now difficult part is to involve the kid. For any child to ask him to sit on computer screen, that too for studying is little difficult for 2-3 hours. Even for spending 45 minutes sitting in front of computer without watching any YouTube video, without playing any video game is quite difficult. So what happened actually that way, we tried to involve this productive screen time. And first of all, the content was being created in terms of student approach or student easiness. Second part was to involve the parents, because parents were at home. If they feel that content is not going appropriately, the kid is not learning. So again, the problem was to involve the parent, which was being done in 3-4 months time period. Now the third and the biggest problem which we faced was with us, our educators or teachers. Look, Indian teachers are accustomed to getting a classroom of 30-40 students or 20 students at any point of time. They are not that kind of trained to get on computer screen and make it that way. And that too, what happens on a computer screen? Can I speak something in Hindi?
Please do, sir. Please do.
Okay. So होता क्या एक तलवार टीचर के सर पे भी होती है. Like parents are every time at आपने मेरे बच्चे से कुछ नहीं पूछा. You are not asking any question. You are not looking at him. So look, it becomes very difficult for parents when always आपको जवाब देना पड़े. So that was the point. So I think then the third part was how to get teachers and parents on same boat so that they can get done with the system. So these are the 3 challenges with kids, with the system, and with teachers we face, and that was quite sorted within the first 7-8 months. And I think now the online classes are going smoothly at every place. Yes, we have problems. We'll discuss over that, but moreover with that, the system is structured now.
Wonderful to know that each, the teacher, the student, the management, everybody was taken into consideration while these changes were done and implemented so well that it has been smooth and progressive. Sir, this brings to mind that 1,200 plus centers all over India and Nepal and Bangladesh. So looking back, what do you think that one decision that took Bachpan from one center to 1,200 plus centers?
Decision was quite simple. We were quite honest to say that we started from tier 4-5 great cities. what happens if any company or any MNC comes to India, they always look for metro cities because of course you have a huge population, they paying capacity. But when we started in 2004, the approach was entirely different, and the journey of Bachpan was quite underestimated kind of journey. We started from a small place in Bihar where the population was hardly 10,000. So everybody asked, you are starting from a small place, what you will get? You will hardly get any student. But our thought was that the education, especially the preschool education, is lacking in these tiers 4, 5, 6. So these tiers we started, and then from doing the backward counting, I think we started our first school in Delhi in 2007. So for first 3 years, we don't have any school even in the metro city. So I think starting the backward counting makes our job tougher, but easier in terms of getting the response, easier in terms of getting the feedback from the market. Slowly and gradually, when the brand exploded exponentially in tier 4, 5, we started coming up with numbers in metro cities too. Even interesting to know, even till today, we have our 70% presence in tier 3, 4, 5, and only 30% presence in tier 1 and 2. So, but we're quite happy with that. I think tier 3, 4, 5 parents are more conscious about their kids. Metro parent, I'm also a metro parent. We are little busy, little over busy with these things. We have too many things to do. So I think that was a decision. We look back, it was a perfect decision to go back and we say that yes, that was right approach.
So definitely the right approach, where oftentimes leadership is called on to make this a tough or difficult decisions. So when those times come, how do you make those choices?
Come again. Sorry.
Sorry. So leadership, most of the times you have to make choices and decisions for the organization with the best interest of everybody. Some choices could be very difficult to make. Some could have been through the pandemic year. So what was that one difficult choice or decision that you would have taken?
The most difficult part is 2019-20, undoubtedly. Pandemic hurted like anything. There were hardly any revenues. There were hardly any sort of collections to keep the momentum going. We need everything in that. And beyond that, to come up with some new system in a very short span of time was really difficult. Lockdown, I think 2 months we went into lockdown. To develop the app or to develop the e-platform was most difficult part. Most of our teams worked for 20, 21 hours on those days from their home to bring the content into, to bring the books, to take the feedback, to connect with the schools. Look, we are not individual. We have 1,200 schools. These are not 1,200. In technicality, we have more than 15,000 teachers, and at any point of time, 1.5 lakh parents. So we are directly approachable to every parent. So to manage 1.5 lakh parent across India within those 2 months, 3 months was quite difficult. But yes, we have the team, we have the way that we can do it. Beyond that, I feel financials was a big concern for every preschool kind of thing, because for initially for 5, 6, 7 months it stopped coming, and again to make a new system you need big money. So I think these were the two problems we identify, which took us a lot of time to sort it out.
Wonderful to know that you have sorted out and moving along progressively, sir. Sir, there is a thing in Bachpan has done very well. You have also kept our traditional approach, like where the children know the culture about it. So how have you managed to keep this balance between culture and the Western competitiveness?
My favorite question. Look, Bachpan is a very traditional kind of school. Bachpan is not an IB school or the Cambridge kind of school. We have the concept rooms, or we have the curriculum which is 70% oriented towards carrying Indian culture and tradition. Simply, if you just walk through the Bachpan school, you can find a specific dining area. Our students don't eat in their classroom. There's a dining area like we have at home. The dining chairs, table, their utensils, their size kind of chairs, especially special kind of cutlery are always given to the kids. Reason being, if they learn this kind of environment in school, they always have this kind of approach in their respective 20 days at their house also. Same way, we have a small kitchen in our school. We have a small bed in our school. We have a small sofa set. How to sit properly, how to sleep properly, what actually mommy is doing in the kitchen, how to wash your face and hands. That is quite very practical thing, which I think kids are missing nowadays. I have two daughters, and believe me, my younger daughter is in third class, and out of 10 times, 3 or 4 times she doesn't watches her hand, and she come back to us saying that I've already done it. So this is a common problem with every parent. Our job is to motivate the child and tell them the right way and in the important way. But for that, with small kids, you need the same replica what you want them to do at home.
Yes.
Just to quote an example, when you and we would go to a restaurant, we always demand for a high chair, right?
Yes.
But at any residence, you won't find a high chair. I never found it with any of my friend. How the child is going to eat properly. We use same kind of spoons, we use same kind of plates for adults and for kids. Or maybe 90% of the parents, even me also, are using the same kind of cutlery. But can a 2 year, 3 year old child can hold the same cutlery? Believe me, he can't hold the weight of a spoon at home, which is a normal spoon. We have customized kind of cutlery also in Bachpan school, so that first they should learn how to hold a spoon. Again, a very simple problem with a pencil. We always pencil is a pencil. No, this is a wrong statement. Pencil is not a pencil. Pencil comes with an age group. A 1 or 1.5 year child need a small, lighter pencil to hold it up, while a 3 year child need a what we can say a broad pencil to hold it, just like a brush. So what I'm trying to say that Bachman is a specialized school where all the content, all the school is designed in a manner and emphasis entirely laid on the perspective of getting them something for their uh, life ahead, which they are going to do. I'll pass this child 1 year, 2 year maximum. They're going to stay in a play school. So I need to make them ready for their entire life. Nobody comes to us just to learn ABCD, XYZ, rhyme, stories. Much more 200 better content is available on YouTube rather than Bachpan or any place. So parents are not sending it to us. We understand this and we expect to do a wonderful job in terms of making their life wonderful for the time to come.
So the kids are not only taught their ABCDs and sensory motor skills, or social skills, life skills are also addressed at Bachpan. So learning happens in the classroom among their classmates, but also around the play area, the ground. So how is that? How does that support curiosity and development?
Definitely, learning is not only in the classroom. Learning is everywhere. Unfortunately, last 2 years, these outdoor learnings are not going. That is what I feel the most negative part, which is being. But we can't do anything. Though we have devised specific activities for kids, which they can do at home. Maybe even the day picnic, even the day movies, or something with popcorn and some physical activity we are planning. We are still doing. But again, of course, learning happens at both the places. So in our regular school, we have, say, if you have a 3.5 hour day, so entire day is spread into 7 parts, 30 minutes for each every activity. Just for an example, 30 minutes, every child will be going to a Montessori room, 30 minutes they're enjoying their audiovisual room, 30 minutes they are doing the physical activities, 15 minutes for yoga, another 10 to 15 minutes of dance and music. So this is all a part of our curriculum. So according to us, we have devised our system and curriculum into 5-6 parts, whereby it is ensured that at least 40% of the time is always given to the physical activity or the motor development. Just to quote an example, Bachpan schools have an in-house gym, a small gym of 5-6 things, so that their fingers can develop, they can rotate their arms, they can rotate their feet, movement, everything. Because again, that is always a learning part. When we ask a child to hold a pencil, anyways, to hold this pencil, they need these fingertips to get strengthened. How will you do it? There's no scientific food for that. Again, we have these activities which are devised with Montessori system and these traditional system which are being taken into consideration. So there's a learning for parents here. Like much of the 10, 15, 20% parents always ask that no point of view sending a child to an online class. I'll go it reverse. You can't teach everything to a child by staying at home. At least 15, 20, 30% learning, whatever it is happening, because they are the experts. So you need to send the child to the school. Only then they can learn.
Definitely, sir. So that being as true as it is, like, the child also learns, every child has their own learning pace. They develop those motor skills at different speed. So how do you address this in a classroom?
It's a very big problem actually, because every child is a learning pace. And again, with the problem, with due respect to all my parents which are watching this show, with parents have different expectations. So look, some parents want maybe in 1 month their child should start speaking English, they should start writing, they should start reading. So magic, we don't have any magic thing in our hand or magic wand with us. Always there's a challenge of being a time consideration with every child. Every child is not blunt, every child is not shy, every child is not very brave to accept the things. When the child comes to us, the biggest challenge we face is first 3 months, because look, uh, first time he or she is going to any place which is unknown to him, with unknown people, with unknown atmosphere, with unknown environment and unknown attributes. So it is just like kidnapping somebody and putting him into a dark room. Frankly, I'm saying it's like that. So first, I need to make the child comfortable that this is not a blank room. There's always a light, and there's a teacher which is a friend for you, which is always there for you. So some child accept it very gleefully, even within 5 7 days. Even one day also, we have seen kids who are very comfortable to the school even on day one, and they even cry to go to the school. But again, unlike that, we have 20 30% kids which are not comfortable going to an unknown place. So these are the challenges we face. But yes, teachers are quite equipped, trained nowadays. They know how to handle a child, how to handle their personal skills, how to handle their other problems, their mental issues. So I think with our lessons in plan, with our trainings in plan, teachers are quite equipped to handle all these challenges. Yes, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days is a matter of time, but now everything is being sorted in such a way, and so many tools are available with us also, because we are doing this industry last 18 years. So we've done so much homework for our teachers that now they're quite capable to handle all these concerns.
Definitely, sir. So though, as you before you were talking about how the parents, the cutlery they use at home with their parents is also important, like the significance of it. So how much of a parent participation would you appreciate during the academic year?
Ma'am, parent participation is very important. A school can only play 70% role, maybe even 65%. 30% parents is always have to participate with the kids. Just to get an example, if a child has to color a sheet, she or he is very good in coloring, but she or he can't make any color choice. If we'll make him learn what is a color choice actually, the child can do it. I'll go with a simple mathematical formula. We have 3 hours for our child in our school, right? 5 days a week, which makes 15 hours maximum in a week. If you multiply it with 4 weeks, which is close to 60 hours. If you deduct 1 or 2 national holidays, we hardly get 2 days. Out of 30 days, the child is with me for 2 days. And with parents, I'm not saying parents are always at home, but at least parents will get 10, 12 days. So what I'm saying, even if you spend one day also with a child, 1 hour per day, half an hour per day, just to relearn, beta, what have you done today in the classroom? Show me your notebook, show me your skills, what your friend has does to you, what about your lunch. Nowadays, what parents are doing, unfortunately, they are even not checking what is happening in the classroom, what is happening. They always come to PTM after 3 months and expecting that something wonderful has been done because they have already paid the fees. Again, I'm saying teachers are not pied pipers that whatever they'll speak, child is going to learn it. So I need some participation, some motivation, because 21, 20 hours he or she is at home. So of course that 20, 30 minutes I'm hardly saying. I think if every parent start doing that 20, 30 minutes or start taking report from the child, wonderful thing can happen.
So parental participation is definitely important, and the Bachpan definitely appreciates it. So another concern that parents have other than the academic is physical safety, the privacy of the child. How is this ensured at Bachpan?
With Bachpan, physical safety and privacy is always is never at risk. We have our complete LMS and ERP in place. So none of the information will be there on papers, is always there on the papers. It is always on the ERP, which is a highly security, data centric kind of thing. Data always remain with head office and quite uh, safe in that terms. That's the first part. Secondly, keeping the child whereabouts or the data breach kind of thing. We have never faced these kind of problems in last 17, 80 years because we don't sell our data or we don't allow anybody, somebody else to come into our school. For a simple reason, nowadays every bank is approaching small play school and asking them to pay 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, and will do a small drawing competition and they'll give a prize. What will do? They'll take parent name, data, phone number, email ID, and they'll always call you just to open an account, to take an FD, or for a credit card. In Bachpan, everything is being directed from the head office. None of the outer schemes or promotion can happen from the school side. If anything is going to happen, that is from the head office side, and moreover, 99% of the content activities, be it physical, be it virtual, are happening within the same premises only. Just to broad it out, we have our Bachpan AHPS 360-degree app. So next week we are going to do a virtual baby show. 10,000 of students are participating in that particular baby show, and the selection will be done from the head office side. Likewise, we are coming in summer vacations, we are coming up with our summer school. So art and craft, dance, and all these classes are going virtual also and physical school also. So we are not engaging any third party into that. HO is doing directly all these classes for parents. And moreover, they come at very friendly prices. Maybe you can say 300 rupees per month, 400 rupees per month, in which you are getting 24, 25 classes. Again, for exclusive of Bachpan parents. So we have kept all the data within the server only, within the same structure. We don't outsource it. We don't allow somebody else to come to the school and goes into the system.
So the child and the parent both are safe here. It's not only the child's safety has been ensured, the parents' safety and privacy has also been ensured. Much reassuring, sir. So a lot of thought has gone into this. A lot of things have been happening at Bachpan. How did you get inspired, sir, to be in this field, in the field of education, to be an educator?
Very happy. Every day we keep on learning. I being a very interested kind of personality. So this profession entirely changed me. I love meeting parents. I love meeting my kids, my school owners. They are a guiding light. Whenever we go to any school, we learn hundred of things. And whenever you meet parents, especially, so what happened during pandemic, we organized parenting sessions. We have done a lot of PTMs from head office side. And when we met so many parents, so they give so many input to learn. So of course, our improvement always comes from these 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 2 lakh parent feedback. And I think that's a wonderful part that you have so many, basically we have a free team with us. Every team can suggest that what more wiser people in the conference room than you. Only then you can succeed. So believe me, every parent is more wiser than us because they have their kids and they know what exactly is their requirement. So once we have all those requirements, we keep on improving day by day.
Fantastic to know, sir. So what are the future goals for Bachpan and you, sir?
We have achieved one goal. We wish to go from PG to PG, playgroup to post graduation. So just to inform all your viewers that we have started our university also with the name of Rishihood University. The launch is being done by Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, the Vice President, just 2 weeks back. Fortunately, there was no COVID by that time. So we have a formal school also with the name of Academic Heights. So right from playgroup to formal to university, I think we have completed the entire circle of education. Now the wholesale approach, which we look as a futuristic vision, that to bring everything into virtual thing, so that if a child is coming to school, they have same kind of approach with the virtual classes too. So we are bringing classes, the activity classes, the baby show, and all those things which we can do virtually. So now we're working in that terms, that to bring more and more child on the virtual platform.
Good to know, sir, and many congratulations on goals accomplished.
Thank you.
Sir, you've been in a leadership position, you've taken it to this height. So entrepreneurship seems to be your thing. So what advice would you give to all those entrepreneurs out there?
You are talking about the education entrepreneurs? Or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Education, only come into education if you are looking to learn something. maybe you may not find that kind of money into this business. Reason being, this is a very pure and professional kind of thing. So if you have love for kids, if you have a passion to be into education, I think this is the best field. But yes, if you're looking only for a big time of money, don't come into this field, because this field is not that money making kind of industry. This field is more into the learning curve. So we have learned so much, and 95% entrepreneurs are women entrepreneurs, which have a passion for education or which have a passion to do something for them. So most of us have mompreneurs are with us. I think 90% of mompreneurs. In fact, we have female, which age group, highest age group is 72, which is running a school. And she got retired from some government department and wished to start a school. So I think if you're a budding entrepreneur, come into education with looking to learn something and looking to gain something in from the parents and the system people.
Wonderful to know, sir, that Bachpan is also an inclusive and progressive space. Age is not a restriction. Gender is definitely not a barricade. So wonderful to know that inclusiveness, the progressiveness that Bachpan is backing. Sir, many thanks for all those insights. Sir, can I have your feedback about our platform, Skoolz?
Skoolz, I came across Skoolz 6 months back. So I think first of all, when we have had a look at the platform, it was wonderful. As I started from my statement, you are doing a great job in bringing kids to, or the parents to the platform and giving them guidance in each and everything. Most importantly, when it comes to us in the rate of 2 years, 3 years, parents are always confused because they are the decision maker. Once our child turns 15, 16, now, then at that, they know too many things and they know what is good, what is bad. So I think school is doing a great kind of platform. Just bring these kind of interviews, more insight from the parents, and I'll suggest you something. Take
Please.
some feedback from the parents, or do some one-on-one discussion with parents also, where you bring educators into one platform and maybe 100 parent, 200 parents one-on-one, because that will give more clear picture. So when we have 100 questions, 200 questions fired at any educator, they will also learn what actually parent is looking for. So I think in future we have these kind of events, or the virtual event nowadays is very easy to do. So I think these kind of events is always being precious.
So thank you so much for those warm words. And at this point, I would like to tell you that is already in place, sir. We have been asking our parent community to come up with questions that we can take it to the leadership, or where we can put it in a forum. So that we are definitely already happening at school, sir. So, but definitely a very valued suggestion, sir. Any more suggestions are also welcome. But I heartfully thank you, sir, for your time, for sharing your journey, your insights. Thank you for being on the leadership thought speak and the leader speak series, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.